Hi everyone, this is Donna, your homegrown gourmet, part of that Gourmet or Good Enough team, along with my sister Diane. Today I'm going to make a fun little appetizer, perfect for game day. Fried eggplant sticks, and I'm serving it with a homemade ranch dressing. So let's get started. Before we start on the eggplant, I'm going to make my ranch dressing because I want to get it in the fridge and chill it so that all those flavors meld together. So we start with about a half a cup of mayonnaise. I want half a cup of Greek yogurt or sour cream if you have it. I'm a big Greek yogurt fan, so I like to use that instead. I want half a cup of Greek yogurt, half a cup of buttermilk, 1 teaspoon of dried dill. So dried dill goes in, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half teaspoon of parsley, dried parsley, I like to crush it in my hands to release all those good flavors. 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, generous amount of salt and pepper. I'm going to whisk this all together. Give it a good whisk. It smells great. And then finally, just a little bit of lemon juice to give it a kick. I'll tell you what, there's nothing better than homemade ranch dressing. It far outweighs anything you could get in the store. So let me give it a quick taste. Perfect. This is going in the fridge and it's going to chill and all those flavors are going to meld together. Now we can get started on our eggplant. These are Japanese eggplants that I grew in my garden. They're long and slender. They're very flavorful. And what I like about them is they're easy to work with. They don't have a lot of seeds in there. These are relatively young. They haven't been on the vine very long. So one of the things I like to do is I just like to peel a little bit of the skin, not all of it. I peel a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these into sticks because we are going to bread them and then fry it. So I'm going to cut it in half and then cut it again. And then that's a nice size little stick that we can bread and enjoy. So let me cut the rest of these, trying to get them as even as possible. And you know, I think a lot of people sometimes shy away from making eggplant because they've seen recipes where you have to salt it and soak it and do all those things. But I'm here to tell you that is not true, okay? Nowadays, if you get a nice fresh eggplant that's grown at locally and you buy it at a roadside stand or you grow your own, they're not bitter at all. So, okay, we're gonna try to make these even. Perfect. So let me get this done and then we'll go on to the next step. I want to set up my breading station. So I have in a nice gallon size bag, I have about a cup of flour and it is heavily salted and peppered. So a lot of salt and pepper in there. Next, station number 2 has 1 egg. I'm going to add a little bit of half and half to that. Milk, water, whatever you want. And then we'll just beat this up to the... And then finally we're going to do some breadcrumbs. So I have, I don't know, about a cup and a half maybe, or at least a good cup of breadcrumbs. And then I have a mixture of Parmigiano Reggiano and Romano cheese. And I like to go about half cheese, like a ratio of 2 to 1, cheese and breadcrumbs. Now we're going to season this up a bit. Oregano is a nice herb for eggplant, along with thyme. So we're going to do a little bit of thyme. And then we'll finish that off with some garlic powder. I don't know, maybe half a teaspoon. No, not quite, maybe a quarter of a teaspoon. And then more salt and pepper. We'll mix this up and we'll get started on our breading. So I start with a few pieces of eggplant, and I'm just going to flour it, throw it in my egg mixture, tap the excess off. I don't want that excess. And I usually like to keep at least one hand clean if I can. And then in the breadcrumb mixture it goes. Get it nicely coated. I'm going to put mine on this rack because I want to chill it while my oil is heating up. Okay. So, let me finish this and we'll start frying up this delicious appetizer. All right, let's try a tiny little piece to see if we're up to temp. Okay, great. It's starting to bubble and sizzle, so we are good to go. So I'm going to put a few of these in here at a time. I'm going to try to maintain that 350, 375 temperature. Now I have this cooling rack here with a paper towel underneath. The reason I don't put a paper towel on top is because when you do fry foods, if you put them on top of a paper towel, they just get soggy. So I like to put them on a cooling rack and let them drain that way, and then the grease drips down into the paper towel. It's easy to clean up, and your food stays nice and crisp. So this is going to take about, I'm going to say 3 to 4 minutes per side. So it's just a matter of watching and waiting. Okay, I'm going to turn some of these over, see how they look. Ah, that's pretty golden brown. That's what you want to see. Oh yeah, look at that. Wonderful. There we go. That is gorgeous. When you're frying food, you don't want to crowd the pan. That's going to be really, I can't wait to try that.